Section 7 of A Guide to Stoicism by St. George William Joseph Stock. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Section 7. Dates and Authorities. B.C. Death of Socrates, 399. Death of Plato, 347. Zeno, 347 to 275. Studied under Crates, 325. Studied under Stilpo and Xenocrates, 325 to 315. Began teaching, 315. Epicurus, 341 to 270. Death of Aristotle, 322. Death of Xenocrates, 315. Cleanthes succeeded Zeno, 275. Chrysippus died, 207. Zeno of Tarsus succeeded Chrysippus. No date. Decree of the Senate forbidding the teaching of philosophy at Rome, 161. Diogenes of Babylon. No date. Embassy of the philosophers to Rome, 155. Antipater of Tarsus. No date. Panasius accompanied Africanus on his mission to the East, 143. His treatise on propriety was the basis of Cicero's De Officiis. The Scipionic Circle at Rome, no date. The coterie was deeply tinctured with Stoicism. Its chief members were the younger Africanus, the younger Laelius, L. Furius Philus, Manilius, Spurius Mummius, P. Rutilius Rufus, Q. Aelius, Tubero, Polybius, and Panasius. Suicide of Blasius of Cumae, the advisor of Tiberius Gracchus and a disciple of Antipater of Tarsus, 130. Nicarchus, a disciple of Panasius, was teaching at Athens when the orator Crassus visited that city, 111. Hecaton of Rhodes, a great Stoic writer, a disciple of Panasius and a friend of Tubero. Posidonius, about 128 to 44. Born at Epamia in Syria, became a citizen of Rhodes, represented the Rhodians at Rome, 86. Cicero studied under him at Rhodes, 78. Came to Rome again at an advanced age, 51. Cicero's philosophical works, 54 to 44. These are a main authority for our knowledge of the Stoics. A.D. Philo of Alexandria came on an embassy to Rome, 39. The works of Philo are saturated with Stoic ideas, and he displays an exact acquaintance with their terminology. Seneca. Exiled to Corsica, 41. Recalled from exile, 49. Forced by Nero to commit suicide, 65. His moral epistles and philosophical works generally are written from the Stoic standpoint, though somewhat affected by eclecticism. Plutarch. 80. The philosophical works of Plutarch, which have most bearing upon the Stoics, are De Alexandri Magni Fortuna aut Virtuti, De Virtuti Morali, De Placitis Philosophorum, De Stoicorum Repugnantius, Stoicos Absurdiora Poetis Dicere, De Communibus Notitiis. Epictetus, 90. A freedman of Epaphroditus, disciple of C. Musonius Rufus, lived and taught at Rome until A.D. 90, when the philosophers were expelled by Domitian, then retired to Nicopolis in Epirus, where he spent the rest of his life. Epictetus wrote nothing of himself, but his dissertations, as preserved by Arrian, from which the Enchiridion is excerpted, contain the most pleasing presentation that we have of the moral philosophy of the Stoics. C. Musonius Rufus. Banished to Gyaros, 65. Returned to Rome, 68. Tried to intervene between the armies of Vitellius and Vespasian, 69. Procured the condemnation of Publius Salaire. No date. Q. Junius Rusticus, 162. Teacher of M. Aurelius, who learnt from him to appreciate Epictetus. M. Aurelius Antoninus, Emperor, 161 to 180. Wrote the book commonly called his Meditations under the title of To Himself. He may be considered the last of the Stoics. Three later authorities for the Stoic teaching are Diogenes Laertius, 200, Sextus Empiricus, 225, Stobaeus, 500. Modern works: Van Arnim's edition of the Fragmenta Stoicorum Veterum. Pearson's Fragments of Zeno and Cleanthes, Pitt Press. Remains of C. Musonius Rufus in the Tubner series. Zeller's Stoics and Epicureans. Sir Alexander Grant, Ethics of Aristotle. Essay 6 on the Ancient Stoics. Lightfoot on the Philippians, Dissertation 2. St. Paul and Seneca. End of section 7. And End of a Guide to Stoicism, by St. George William Joseph Stock.